So Amir, how's the trip going so far? How's California treating you? What do you?
Yeah, California is a nice place, you know, to come to the Wildcard Boxing Gym, a well-known gym in the world, really. You know, when I was telling people that I'm going to come over to California and train in LA, they were like amazed. You know, for them it was like a big shock. And I left training in England, getting away from all the distractions, and coming here where I can focus, and where not a lot of people know me. You know, in England, everywhere I go, you know, people know who Amir Khan is. The gyms are full, and coming here, you know, I'm treated like a normal person, where I can get on with my job. No one's gonna hassle me. I can just, you know, work hard and spar hard, and, you know, get prepared for the fight and focus.
So it's good and bad having this popularity in England.
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing that you caused this big explosion? Like
yeah, you know, it's kind of nice, you know, having so many fans in England who love what you do. That's the only reason, you know, they love my boxing and they become a fan of that, and they love me for that, which is kind of nice. But you know, when it gets to a fight and it's time to focus, I think LA is the best place to come to get away from that distraction and focus.
I was telling your dad, and he said that he likes the sparring that you're able to obtain over here.
That's right. You know, it's brilliant here. I think my whole career, you know, I like to spend coming to California, LA, and training here just to, you know, get away. You know, every fight, you know, is gonna get me more recognizable in the world, and you know, like England, I'm sure one day in LA, in California, it's gonna be the same. Everyone knows who Amir Khan is. But you know, at this moment in time, where, you know, I'm building my career and I'm, you know, getting up there, I think this is the best place to be.
What about? I mean, now you're here in California. What's been the highlight so far? You know,
I think the highlight's been, you know, sparring Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
because you know, watching him fight on television and seeing how quick he was and how good he was, and to share the boxing ring with him and do really well against him, you know, it amazed me. You know, it just showed me that how far I can get in the sport. You know, I'm up there, and having that little hiccup against the fight against Prescott, you know, it messed a little few things up, you know, but you know, you learn from that, you rise from that, and that's what I did coming to California. I think that's the main highlight, you know, putting the past behind you and just carrying on with the future and getting big fights.
What about the transition? I mean, from a different trainer and a different, I don't know if he's changed his style any.
Oh yeah, the style has changed, you know, because you know, Freddie says you've got a very explosive, fast style, and you want to keep that, but you know, work on a few little things that you do wrong, like keeping the hands low, and you know, sometimes keeping the chin too high. So we worked on that, and so now if you look at me, you know, I'm a totally different fighter. You know, I'm more composed, the chin's down, the hands are up, and I'm more tight, and you know, the body size, you know, was quite big upper body before, and now and I was quite kind of small at the bottom. You know, my legs were kind of thin.
I thought I saw that. I wasn't sure. I was seeing something
that's
different.
Right. Yeah, and you know, that's totally changed. You know, I've trimmed down at the top and put more muscle on the legs, where the power is going to come from and where the balance is going to come from. So what we've done is really balance the body out, and you know, people might say I'm taking a big fight on against Barrera, but I think the two camps I've spent here, in a way, experience-wise, I've learned so much.
Well, what about? I mean, you're fighting Barrera. I'm sure you've watched him many times. What is it that inspires you for this fight against Barrera?
Yeah, you know, I think what inspires you is, you know, Barrera's he's a legend in boxing. You know, everywhere you go in the world, people know who Marco Antonio Barrera is. And I think, you know, fighting someone like him and beating someone like him is going to raise my profile and put me right at the top, you know, and you know, sooner or later the world title fight's going to come. So this is a big fight for me, and I'm going to take it with both hands, you know, and I've been training hard for this fight, and you know, this fight motivates me because knowing that, you know, there's so much criticism out there, it's about, you know, shutting the criticism up, the critics up, and it's about, you know, proving them wrong.
It seems like you like a challenge. I mean, if you fight a Barrera, then you're definitely a person that likes a challenge.
You know, I never fear anyone. You know, there might be people out there who say Amir's avoiding fighting me, but you know, how can I be avoiding people when, you know, I'm taking a bigger step, well, a massive step really, and fighting a legend. You know, and when we said to people, you know, the fight's been made against Barrera, you know, they're kind of shocked. But you know, I know I've got the skills, I've got the youth, I've got everything to beat him. So you know, I'm going to go in the fight. If I didn't think I was going to win this fight, you know, I wouldn't take the fight on. But you know, because I'm so confident I can go in this fight and win the fight and win it in good style, and it'll put me back up there again. You know, we need this fight.